Welcome to Reel Filmmaking. My name is Corey, and today, as you can see, we've got a party going on here. But today we're talking about pixel tube lights. I've got the Amaran PT1c tube light here, and I've got the Soonwell MT8 tube light. Now, Aperture and Soonwell did send these lights out to me, but like with all of my product review videos, they haven't paid me any money, they haven't seen this video before it goes live, and everything that I'm going to share here are my honest thoughts and opinions from using these lights the past couple weeks. So tube lights are a super handy thing to have in your toolkit when you're a filmmaker. Whether you need just like maybe a accent or a hair light when you're doing like an interview setup, or you just need a pop of color or motivating light, you know, for a scene that you're shooting, you're trying to get the right vibe. A tube light can really help you out with that. So let's jump in. So we got the Soonwell MT8 pixel tube light. This retails for $80. And when you buy it, it comes just with the light and a carrying case bag. You know, there's no cables in there. You need a USB-C cable to power and charge it. It comes in with a CRI of 96, which is really good, getting good color accurate quality. Let's talk about the build quality of this. Now, this light definitely is a little bit on the cheaper side. It's made out of plastic and aluminum, and it honestly does not feel that sturdy. I definitely feel as I've been handling it, if it took a good fall, it kind of could be the end of this light. So you kind of have to be a little bit more careful with it. Another great feature is this light also has built-in magnets to it. They're not the strongest magnets, but you know, if you've got a metal surface that's like flat and sturdy, you can put the Soonwell light on here and you'll be good to go. A thing about the MT8 that I really like is the size. It is really small and compact for a tube light, and given all the features that it have, it's really easy to just throw it into a bag. This light comes with the standard features that you would expect. So you know, you've got the CCT mode, so you can dial in any white balance color that you need. You've got the HSI mode, which gives you all the different colors that you can dial in. It's got all the effects that we've seen, you know, like ambulance, like candle, campfire, all that stuff that we've seen. But it's also got some fun pixel effects built into it, which is kind of the big selling point of these pixel lights. So as you can see, I have it on a rainbow mode right now, or like a pixel chase mode. And so it just kind of cycles through the colors. So that's really fun. Soonwell says that you'll get a full 2 hours using the light at 100%, which honestly is like a pretty good deal. I definitely think the biggest cons to this light are the lack of app support. So with a lot of lights we see nowadays, you have an app that you can connect via Bluetooth, and it really helps you dial in the settings. This light does not have it. And it makes it really hard, particularly in the HSI mode when you're trying to dial in a specific color. The menu system on the back, the buttons are functional, but again, it's just a little bit finicky and it's going to be hard to dial in exactly what you need. So now jumping over to the Amaran, the PTC1, this light comes in at $140. So what comes in the box with this one is you get the light, a carrying case, and a charge cable. The build quality on this light is really solid. You know, like comparing it to the Soonwell, it's kind of night and day. This tube is very sturdy. I don't have a fear if I dropped it, like it would shatter. It feels very well built, and I'm not worried, again, like I said, about dropping it or anything happening to it. I know it's gonna hold up. Aperture rates the CRI of this light at 95, which again is a really good score. It's gonna give you very color accurate, like skin tones and the colors that you're trying to dial in. And this light comes in with all the modes that you would expect, you know, so you've got your CCT mode, you've got your different effects like, you know, police siren, all that stuff, HSI mode to dial in the exact color that you want, and then it's got the fun new pixel modes. Like I've got running back here, you know, I've got a pixel, like a dual chase mode going on here. But this light has a lot of features. It definitely is the more full featured light between the two of these. This light is compatible with DMX. You can buy an adapter that Aperture sells, and you can connect this to all of your other lights if you've got a DMX setup, so that is awesome. It's got rotating end caps that are magnetic, so you can actually angle the light how you want it to be. They're magnetized, you can hang it to something that's metal, but then you can actually rotate the light, so if you want it angled up or angled down, and that's just a super handy thing to have. The light also has a 3/8 thread on either end of it, so that makes it really handy for putting it on a light stand like I've got back here, or if you want to mount it someplace. Aperture says that this light has a 70-minute runtime on 100% power, so that's pretty great, and from my testing, that has been accurate. And the big thing that I think really sells me on this light, and just Aperture's products in general, is their app connectivity using the Sidus Link app. The Sidus Link app is awesome because it lets you control all the functions from this light, you know, just from your phone. And so when you're really trying to dial in that specific color in the HSI mode, or if you want to change the parameters of the different pixel modes, like, the app is how you have to do it. And it's so helpful, it's so easy, and I love it. It's the best thing. And if you've got other Aperture lights, you can actually connect them all through the app, and so you can control everything. So if you've got a whole Aperture setup, you can literally control your Keylight, control your backlights and your accent lights and everything just from like the touch of your phone. There's a lot of ways that you can use these lights, but I thought it would be fun to give you a practical example of how you might use them like in the studio setting. So we're gonna jump over to a little setup that I've got going, and we're gonna make some magic with these tube lights. All right, so I'm here with this setup. I wanted to use these RGB tube lights in a way that is a little bit more practical, but also like creative, like how might you use these in your filmmaking. And so I've got a setup back here. I'm going to be shooting a little mock commercial, and I've got my Keylight right here shining on to where I'm going to have like the product displayed. Right now I've got like a tank of water. I'm gonna do some water shots too, but then I'll do some other moving shots. I've got like my black background back here. Got my camera set up right here. Gonna be shooting with the Pocket 4K. But I think these tube lights work really well to just set like a fun, creative like atmosphere. And you know, I might try the pixel modes, like the different things I had going on there, and we'll just see what happens. I'm excited. Now you get some moving shots of this. All right, I don't know how long this camera has been running, but I think that is a wrap. So there it is. That is the Amaran PT1c and the Soonwell MT8 pixel RGB tube lights. I think they're both great lights. I think if you're a filmmaker or a working professional, like freelancer or any video production, I definitely would lean towards the Amaran. It is the more full-featured. If you have other Aperture lights, you can use Sidus Link to control everything. It definitely is the more well-built, durable light that's gonna last you through the throes of video production. So I definitely would go with that one. But I think the Soonwell is a really nice, small, compact RGB pixel tube light. It's got some fun features in it. I really do think like Soonwell not having an app to control the light is a huge miss, and I think that's gonna turn a lot of people off of using this. But I do think it is a good light. It's got good light quality, and you know, I think you will still be happy with it. If you buy the light, you'll just probably be frustrated because of the lack of app support. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to Reel Filmmaking for more content about cameras, gear, creative process, all that goodness. And until next time, keep making movies and watching movies, and I'll see you on Reel Filmmaking. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I think that's what they used to tell me. Anyway, catch ya later.